So in the last video we have seen how to pick the images from camera and from the gallery. In this video we are going to see how to pick the videos for the same. This might not be as tricky as you will think. The tricky part will be to actually display the video if you're not familiar with the video things in Flutter. So we'll cover both of those in this video in two parts. So in the first part I'll cover this picking up the video part, and the second half I'll show how to display that video on the screen as we have done with the images. So I'll change the name of this function to video. Okay, pick image from video, so I'll change it to pick video from camera, and here I'll do the same thing, pick video from gallery. Now instead of this pick image function, right, what I'll do, I'll simply remove this thing and I'll write pick video, and in the source I'll give if you hover over this thing, you see image source is required, so I'll give it a image source dot camera, since this is for the camera part, and no changes in the second this logic, it will remain the same. And here also what I'll do, I'll change it to pick video, and this should be pick video as well. Okay, pick video here. Now since our application is using both images and our videos from the same picker, so what we want to do is we want to create a separate variable to keep in track if this is a video or an image, right? So I'll create one more variable over here that will be a boolean variable, which is video equal to, and initially we can set it to false like this. So this variable will become true every time we pick a video. So when are we picking a video, right? We are picking videos like this. So when this pick video function completes, I want to set in this set state only, I want to set is video equal to true like this. I'll copy the same to the next function as well, like this. Because the players for images and video are different and we want to render them on the UI, that's why we need this. Okay, what is this error? It is a missing semicolon. Okay, pretty common errors like missing semicolon, right? So now in order to make our video working, what we need to do, we need to install video player dependency. So head over to our pubspec.yaml file. And inside this pubspec.yaml, add this video player dependency. You can look up the current version from its pub.dev page, video player, like this. You can copy this directly as well. So this gives you a video player that we can start using to play our videos, okay? So till now we have created these two functions which are here, pick video from camera and pick video from gallery, but they don't do anything as of now and they don't display any video. So what we want to do is first call them. So pick video from camera, it's actually image, pick video from camera, and pick video from gallery. So once we have called these functions, we can actually see this in action. For example, if I hit pick video on camera, and one more thing, after installation of this video player dependency, just shut down your application and restart it, okay, so that it will work correctly. I've done that already, so I'm skipping that. So pick video from camera, and as you can see, it will open up a video recorder instead of a camera on my device. If I change this to front camera view and record this video, you will be able to see that it's recording, right? If I stop, I can preview and hit OK. Standard functionality. Now if you see, it is saying invalid image data because again, it's not a video player that we have put it into the UI. It's an image previewer, right? Image previewer widget kind of. So if I hit pick video from gallery, it should open my gallery right away like this. And you see, I can pick my videos from here, right? But now the question is how to display those videos. So for displaying these videos, what we want to do is we want to create a controller. So I have this controller over here, and we also need a variable called as isVideo. So what these two things are, these are nothing fancy. So what this is video boolean variable does is it keeps track of like if the video if the picked file is a video or an image. So how will we determine that? The logic for that is if you click on these two images, the is video will remain false, and if you click on these bottom two buttons, then the is video boolean variable will be set to true, because these are the two designated buttons for the video, right? So this is the simple logic for this, and here is a video player controller that I have created. It is nullable because initially it could be empty, and there is an import for this as well. You can see at the top, video player import. Okay, so now moving on, let's try to edit our camera and gallery functions to mimic the thing which we want to do. Now what we want to do here is, since we are already creating this media file here, what we want to do, we want to assign this controller as video player controller from file. And what is the file here? It is the media file. And we have already checked that it is not empty, so we can bypass this null check here. And once you have set the controller, you can define controller dot set looping to true. And before that, you also need to initialize it. So just a second, controller dot initialize like this. And why it is giving an error here is because I need to add a exclamation mark here for the null safety reasons. And I'll do controller dot play with the exclamation mark. Also, I have set this is video equal to true here, if you can see in the set state, so that if it is a video that we have picked, this is video will be set to true. Now we have written the logic for the pick video from gallery function, and now it's time to test it out. Let's go ahead and change our UI. So here you can see these are buttons. I want them separated out, and this is our player. Okay, so inside our player we want to add one more ternary operator, that is video. If it is video, then do something. If it is not video, then do something else. Okay, so what if it is a video, right? So I want to do video player, and as a controller I want to pass controller, and I know that it is not going to be null, since if video will only be true if the controller is already being defined here. So I can bypass this by this exclamation mark at the end, removing this semicolon. And if I hit save now, it is saying something like this, but let me restart this application once. Okay, so I've restarted my application, and let me pick up video from gallery. For example, I'll select this first video here, and as you can see, our video starts playing perfectly. So this is how you can play your videos with image picker, picking the videos from gallery and playing them. The similar logic can be written for your camera function as well. You can copy the same logic from here and paste it here. Here also you will require this is video equal to true, since this is also for the video part. And your video for camera will also be started to work. Like if I click on this and if I hit record, just an empty video of 2 seconds, I'll hit save. Okay. And if you see, this empty video is appearing here. If I pick for gallery, my gallery feature also works correctly, right? So this is what I wanted to cover in this tutorial series that I have been following.